Okay, for today's video, I wanted to react to some of the news coming out in regards to offensive consistency. Let's get into it. Okay, so I got woken up with a tweet from 2K Labs basically showing that if you have a player with 25 offensive consistency versus a player with 99 offensive consistency, showing by their test results in their graph, it makes no difference when taking standstill jump shots. One player does not make or miss any more than the other player. Then another video came out by 2K Toots, and he also confirmed that you do not get any plus extra attributes while shooting with a higher offensive consistency versus a lower one. You also do not get hot any faster in the amount of shots, nor cold any faster. A couple really important things too that were pointed out is that offensive consistency, and this is pointed out by NBA 2K Toots, is put into the mental aspect of your player's attributes. And he also pointed out, much like potential, there's a lot of attributes that actually don't really do a whole lot or don't have an important effect as it pertains to your my player playing in online game modes. As a lot of people have pointed out in the comments section, there are people that believe these stats, or a lot of the stats, are related to the AI when your player grades out of a game, or just AI in general. They're not pertaining to how you control your player and what you do with your player. All of that to say, if all of this has concluded the result that offensive consistency doesn't do anything, and basically this, we've proven that this is a placebo effect, I want to make sure I'm clear with everyone. I'm not trying to persuade anybody to make builds with higher offensive consistency that'll then waste your money in a way, like basically saying like a fake stat. Like I just found the stat one day, I created it, and I was just like, ooh, let me get some views, put the stat out there. I'm not trying to do that to anybody. This game is really expensive. It costs like $100 to make a build, and I'm very sorry if anyone made a build, is seeing these results, and they feel like, they've been cheated or they've been, led astray. However, even with all these test results, I do want to point out, me and several other players in this community do feel like these tests are not conclusive or even cathartic. They don't give me a sense of catharsis or resolution, basically, in the sense that offensive consistency is a stat that is supposed to help you get out of shooting slumps, help you shoot more consistently in a singular game. And in order to test that, I feel like you couldn't test that in offline game modes. I feel like you'd have to go online, and I have a theory, if anyone's willing to try it, I would love if 2K Labs or 2K Toots or anybody in the community is willing to try this. Get 9 of your friends, go in the Pro-Am, go match up, get either a Zen, a Titan, a modded controller, something that lets you time precisely with impunity what the timing is on your jump shot. Make a build, and I know this is going to be expensive, and I'm so sorry I'm even suggesting this test, but make a build, make 2 builds, identical 3-point shots. Doesn't matter what the 3-point is. I would say at least 85, and I would say probably less than 99, probably like no higher than 94. Make it somewhere in that range, because that's usually the range that you're targeting with these types of builds anyways. Make it somewhere in that range. Have every player take standstill, toe on the line, wide open 3-point shots, no contest, at the beginning or middle of the shot clock, not at the end, just in case someone wants to bring up shot clock cheese. Keep that out. Then have them time the shot for the edge of the green window and the middle of the green window, right? As in, you have one set of results for the middle of the green window and one set of results for the end of the green window. That's on each player, one with a 99 offensive consistency and one with, it doesn't have to be a 25. Whatever the lowest is that you can make, like let's say 70 or lower. How about that? Just put the 3-ball up and keep everything else down. Yeah, keep everything else down, because you don't need any playmaking either. You can just walk up to the line and take the shot, right? So just all defense, all, physicals, everything else, and then just the 3-ball. Just do that. Right, and obviously the stats there, if it touches another stat and pulls it up with it, okay, that's got to be upgraded too, right? So within reason, right, run that test and then show the results we get from that, that would make me feel like we have more conclusion from this. Because right now what I'm getting from the results are that offensive consistency does not affect your jump shot offline, which if it was an AI type of thing, I feel like it would be better for offline anyways. So if you look at the comment section on some of these videos, both mine and Toots, you'll see people commenting. You can actually check the description of the stat in my NBA when adjusting attribute sliders. The offensive consistency stat is to help get out of shooting slump or maintain a shooting streak. Also, other people that feel really passionately about it, this man says, consistency allow you a chance to hit more consecutively. Been like that since the beginning. It separates superstars from stars. A 92 3 ball with a 70 to 75 consistency is a role player or sixth man, a streaky shooter, whereas an 85 3 ball with a 95 to 99 consistently can potentially go 5 from 5 from 3-point, more than likely. This is also my understanding of it, and I want to be clear, it's very possible I could be experiencing a placebo effect. It's very possible I could be misinformed or wrong about the data and how I'm interpreting it, right? A few more comments I just want to point out across multiple videos here. This guy said, this explained a lot. I usually max my 3-ball first and mid-range dead last. I wondered why I shot trash until I became around a 97 overall. Once I maxed the midi, it raised the offensive consistency and therefore opened my green window for all the shots. This is true, Gem, my guy. Sub earned. Obviously that was on my video, my offensive consistency video that's been blowing up a little bit recently. And again, that guy might also be having a placebo effect. A lot of people in the community have been saying that though. If you had your ear to the ground in the community, they've been saying once their build gets maxed out, they feel like their player shoots better. And take offensive consistency, put that aside. Maybe it's something else, right? Or maybe truly all of it is just placebo. A lot of people have still been commenting that though, and that's a shared experience across a lot of the community. Let's keep going with some of these comments. This guy commented on my video when it first came out. You changed the game, bruh. Been making 99 OC builds since last year. Definitely a huge difference. I dropped 77 on someone today with my T-Mac build. Again, that could be that could be placebo effect. He could just be a really, really good player dropping 77. You know, I'm assuming in the rec. You know, it is what it is. It might not be real. It might just all be in people's heads. However, these are anecdotal evidence. This is true stories from people who have played the game, right? Also, if you want to make and risk the very high risk after two really big names, which is 2K Labs and 2K Toots, did this test and are both of their conclusions state offensive consistency does not have a significant impact on your player, which is different than my conclusion based on my tests and my results. Again, come to your own conclusion, and I could be wrong. I might be wrong. It's very possible I could be wrong, especially based on all this data. But in case you were still planning on making an offensive consistency build, more data has come out about how to build an offensive consistency build. This person says, Toots, I recently did a test on my own. Offensive consistency is also affected by your playmaking stats. It's not accurate that you can get a 99 worth with 602 to 607 blue and green. People have also been commenting on my videos something similar to this. Originally I had put on my Kyrie build was at a 602 blue and green stats that takes 601 blue and green to get a 99. That was based on that build and upgrading it all the way. What we did not know is what we're going to find out in the rest of this comment, which is essentially playmaking is also impacting your offensive consistency. So we're going to keep reading. The definitive number that I poured money into multiple builds to confirm is 864 blue, green, and orange attributes, and that's finishing, shooting, and playmaking attributes. When I tested it, I maxed my blue and green, which were 609, and my OC was only 80. Then I started to upgrade my playmaking attributes, and when I had 853, it was 98. Then at 864, it was 99. Which, by the way, shout out to this dude, Colin Rivers 9762. That's really big information about the offensive consistency. That's really dope. Now I kind of have a better idea what to shoot for, because I based my Paul George 6'8" point guard build off of my Kyrie, and I came up 2 OC short of what I was aiming for, which was 99, and I had the same blue-green turn out. So I also discovered through my testing that this year in 2K is also based on your playmaking, and I don't know if it was like that in 2K23. A couple other things about offensive consistency, just so we can have an honest conversation about it, right? At the end of the day, it really is on NBA 2K, either the developers or whoever puts out, you know, the tutorials for not the tutorials, like the instructions on like what things do in the game. And there was a tweet about this. Jono said, it wasn't about offensive consistency, by the way. I don't want to keep bringing up his name in relation to that. Too many people are, you know, trying to correlate things that I'm not trying to correlate about it. But he was talking about acceleration. He was basically just saying he wants NBA 2K to, you know, post better descriptions about what each individual stat means and what it does and how it affects your players, so we in the community have a better understanding of it as well. I also want for that, my conclusion at the end of this, I still think offensive consistency does something. I think it relates to going hot and going cold, not in the sense that it like makes you get your takeover faster per se, or makes it like slower for you to get cold per se, but more like when you're timing your shots, even if you're not timing them perfectly, if you just hit a couple shots suddenly, and just think of it like an addition to Green Machine. Really, that's how it should be viewed. It's just an addition to Green Machine. You gotta hit your first shot. After you hit your first shot, you just notice a huge, at least for me, and several other people obviously in the comments section of multiple different videos, notice a huge difference with this. So with that being said, this is all the current data we have about offensive consistency. From multiple different trusted sources and also anecdotal evidence from the community. You guys make your own conclusion about it. I'm comfortable whether you believe it's the greatest thing ever and it works, or if you think it's complete BS and you think it's all placebo. Make your own decision. This game costs a lot of money, and I don't want anyone to waste their money based on the opinions of just one man. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Feel free to go watch the previous OC video talking about it. Obviously, the information's outdated in it. And feel free to check out this build video with 97 OC, a really good point guard build. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm out of here.